What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the Playmaker Pod. This is your host, Isaac. This is the other host, Joseph. We're going to get started by getting with one of the most interesting games that happened last night in the NBA, Monday night. We're talking about the Mavs versus the Warriors. Now, this was a back and forth game all throughout, 1 point game on either side. Golden State would get ahead for a little bit, but then it would get right back down to a one-score game. It was really competitive throughout. A little bit of controversy surrounding the game, but overall, Golden State came out on top. Dallas, I don't know what the hell they were doing there at the end. They were down by 3 points, and they decided to go for a two with I forget how many seconds left. It was very little. It was when the clock started, there was 8 seconds left, and they wasted a bit of time. So it was probably 3 seconds left by the time they actually shot it. There was 1 second left when Golden State rebounded the ball. So going for a two in that situation with Luka, I don't know. It doesn't really make sense to me. I think you just go for the three right away and even up the score. But man, yeah, I'd tell you there's some controversy surrounding it. What are your thoughts on this game, Joseph?
Yeah, I really didn't get to watch this game, but I'm looking at the box right here. Curry didn't really score much, but he had 13 assists. It was a pretty good game for him. 20 points, 13 assists. He didn't score much, but he was 50% from the field, so that's pretty good. And the leading scorer was Kuminga. Kuminga's actually been playing really good as of lately, having 20-point games the last couple of games. And Poole had 16.
I saw that.
Yeah. Jaden Hardy also had a pretty good night. I saw that. He had 27 points off the bench.
Jaden Hardy was our second leading scorer that game.
Yeah, it was because Kyrie didn't play today.
Yeah.
And then Wood had 19 on the bench as well. So
what do I say every single time? What two players need to be getting more minutes? I say this every single time.
Oh yeah, Seawood and Jaden Hardy. Yeah,
exactly.
Seawood is yeah, but I think Seawood, they're just permanently 6-man. I think that's what he is now. I don't think he's ever getting to the starting lineup unless the whole front court gets injured for the Mavs. So I think he's permanent 6-man. I think that's the way Jason Kidd sees him as a 6-man.
Probably, yeah.
The only way he's gonna start is Maxi Kleber and Dwight Powell are both injured.
Nope,
and Hardy, yeah, and Hardy.
Then I wouldn't be surprised if he wants to bring in JaVale McGee to start over him.
Oh yeah, I forgot about JaVale McGee.
JaVale McGee is sitting there on the bench.
Is Tim Hardaway Jr. just not playing anymore? Is he injured?
No, he's got an illness. It's some kind of illness right now. That's what they labeled it as. But yeah, he actually does pretty good when he does play. They're not just sitting him down. No.
Yeah, Markieff Morris doesn't play, right?
Markieff Morris, nah, he's just
okay. Yeah,
he's just there warming the bench.
Yeah, that's what I expected. But yeah, the Warriors getting on track. They won back-to-back games, so I guess the other game wasn't really too good for them. They played the Rockets, so I can't really say much about that. Yeah, Mavs win. It's a pretty good win against Dallas. They played in Dallas too, huh? This is a rare road win.
It's a back-to-back road wins.
Yeah.
I don't know. They just decided to win in Texas all of a sudden.
Yeah. Surprised they won on the road.
Like I said, this win didn't come. I'd say there's some controversy about this win. And Mark Cuban already announced on Twitter that he's going to officially protest this game. And for those of you, you probably saw what happened. But most of y'all probably don't know why that happened, all right? Social media is trying to make it out like the Mavs are just some idiots who don't know what basket to guard. All right, but that wasn't the case, okay? The ref had initially stated that it was a Mavericks ball, and then there was a timeout called by the Mavericks. So, okay, timeout. Mavs think it's their ball, and then all of a sudden during the timeout, the refs switch it up and say it's Golden State ball. But apparently they didn't tell Dallas what had happened. So, pretty much, right, the ref just gives Golden State the ball while the Mavs are at midcourt. They think it's their ball. And that Golden State's just trying to defend the basket. Meanwhile, the ref just gives the ball to Golden State, and then Kevon Looney goes in for a free dunk. And in a 2-point game, again, I'd say the final score was 125-127. In a 2-point game, when you have the ref just giving the Warriors 2 free points, that came in to be crucial, absolutely crucial towards the end of the game. So I'd say don't believe all this nonsense that, oh, the Mavs are some idiots. They're on Shaq and a fool. All this nonsense. Like, bro, they literally said it was a Mavs ball. The Mavs went out of that timeout thinking that it was their ball. And all of a sudden, Golden State just gets a ball, gets a free dunk out of it. So I'd say so. The Mavs are going to protest this game. I highly doubt it's going to work. I'd say I'm not going to blame it completely on that because the Mavs, they had some chances there at the end, but they just drew up some horrible, I don't know what the hell they were doing at the end of the game. But, yeah, that's how that's going to go. So maybe Cuban wins the protest. I highly doubt it, though. I'd say there's some controversy out there. But I just want to clear it up before people start acting like we're the most retarded team in the NBA. That's not what happened, all right?
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna win the protest because I don't think the NBA really cares. To be honest with you, because
I doubt.
Yeah, the only people that really care about this that much is like the Mavs fans.
Mavs fans and Mark Cuban.
Yeah,
Mark Cuban's furious about that shit, bro.
Yeah, because I could tell on Instagram like I didn't know what happened, and just like the Mavericks fans or the ones that cared about it. Because obviously the Warriors fans aren't gonna care about it because they got the win. So
yeah,
they're not gonna give a shit. And to me, I didn't even know what happened. I saw people were saying the game was rigged. That's what I saw. But yeah, they're more than likely going to get. This happened to the Rockets a few years ago.
Luka at the end, yeah, because Luka, there was a foul. Well, it looked like a foul. It was when Dallas was down 1. I can't completely recall, but Draymond was guarding him and he was able to defend him pretty well. But there was like no foul called, and I remember Luka doing like the thing, like the refs were getting paid or something.
Oh yeah.
I saw him give the refs that. Oh, man, I can't really say they were paid, but, I mean, that was some idiotic officiating, bro. That was some idiotic officiating.
Yeah, the refs have been idiotic in some of the times, some of the games this season, especially in that Lakers game, Celtics game, where LeBron got clearly fouled by Tatum.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they didn't give it to him?
Yeah, there was also another game with Westbrook when he was on the Lakers. They played against Philadelphia. Embiid fouled him clearly, too, and they didn't call it. Like, Embiid practically held Westbrook down, and they didn't call it. So I didn't care, because the 76ers won. But obviously, yeah, I miscalled.
If you're a fan of where was Westbrook on at the time? Was he on the Lakers or Clippers?
The Lakers.
On the Lakers, yeah. So if you're a Lakers fan, then yeah, I could tell you'd have been pissed at that.
Yeah. Yeah, to me, I did not care, sadly. So.
Yeah, the refs need to get held accountable for this nonsense, bro. Because I don't know what the hell going on right there.
Yeah,
making us look like clowns out there.
Oh yeah,
I'd say that's the part that probably got me the most mad too. Is like seeing people in the comments. It's like, oh, what did the JV squad is this? And what's it called? They're just dunking on the Mavs like, oh yeah, Shaq and the Fool is gonna have a blast with this one. It's like, oh my god, bro! Like, literally, that's why Mark Cuban needed to go out himself personally and go out and tweet about this BS.
Yeah, all right. The Warriors stay ahead in the seed. This is actually a good win for them because they needed it. They're close with the Mavericks and they get a win over the Mavericks. I don't know if they have a tiebreaker, but
they do have the tiebreaker. Yeah, with that one, they give them the tiebreaker.
Oh, that's actually pretty good. Then.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that game was for the tiebreaker. And yeah, it's a huge win because if they would have lost that, they probably would have moved. Like Dallas is number 9 right now. That likely Golden State would have been tied with Minnesota and Oklahoma for 7 and 8, 7, 8, and 9, and then Dallas would have been number 6 if they had won this game. But unfortunately, we're below 500. At this time of the season, this is not what any Mavs fan wants to see right now. Us being below 500 at this point of the year, I don't think this has happened since like 2019 when Luka was a rookie.
Yeah, it was just
2018, 2019.
Yeah, that's probably when it was. All right, Let's move on to another exciting game. Karl Anthony Towns return. He missed 51 games with a calf strain. So originally he was only supposed to miss a month, but he's missed a while. So he's finally back after his 50-game absence. He dropped 22 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 steals. Jamie, he wasn't actually the leading scorer though. It was Jalen Noel off the bench. 26 points for him. 8 rebounds. 11 for 15 from the field. And then Jay McDaniels continues to play very well. He has 25 points this game. 6 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 blocks. Pretty solid game for him. Rudy Gobert, 12 points. 12 rebounds. A pretty Rudy Gobert stat line right there. And then Mike Conley had 13 points, 3 assists, 3 rebounds, 6 assists. And on the Hawks side, Trae Young had 29, but his points were really inefficient. 6 for 16. He was 3 for 4 from 3, though. 75% from 3. That's actually pretty good.
How many free throws did he get?
He got 14.
Okay, yeah, that's where I felt like most of his point. Because once he said he only hit 6 shots, I'm like, oh, damn.
Yeah. I'm surprised he didn't chug up a bunch of threes. He usually does. Not surprising.
Yeah. He only put up 4. Is
yeah.
that what you said?
Yeah. That what? Yeah, he put up 4. Yeah, he put up 4, yeah. And then DeJounte Murray didn't play this game. So, didn't have their second star. I don't even know he's the second star. He's went back. He's really went back to old DeJounte Murray. Because last year it seemed like that Spurs year seemed like he was just because he was playing on the bad team and he was only a good player.
Oh,
that's the way it's seeming right now.
Afraid to get stats.
Yeah, like because his stats went back to like normal DeJounte Murray. Like it's not as bad as it was when he was with Kawhi, but it's a little bit better than when he was Kawhi. So it's like,
what is the stat line right now?
He's averaging like 18. Yeah, it's pretty. It's not as bad as It's not as bad as when he was with the Spurs on Kawhi, but it's still it went down a little bit. Yeah, from like last year's. Because last year seemed like a little inflated.
24?
Yeah, last year was like 24.
Was like 24 a game, right? And like damn near 10 assists or something like that.
Yeah, this year I think he's averaging like 18, like 8 assists, almost 9, and like 6 rebounds. So it's not as bad.
It's still pretty solid. Yeah.
It's just we kind of got inflated last year. But yeah, Minnesota, they almost lost this game. But Towns, I think he got fouled on a 3-pointer, and he got a clutch free throw right there. Hit the rest of them. Won the game for the Timberwolves. Timberwolves have won the last couple of games, I believe. Actually, no. Yeah.
Last 2. They're on a 2
last
game,
2.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
Yeah, I was looking at the Hawks. Yeah, they've beat the Knicks and the Hawks. Those are pretty solid wins. They still didn't get Anthony Edwards back this game. He was a game-time decision. He didn't play. More than likely, he'll play next game. They don't play until... Damn, they don't play till Sunday. So, they get that long of a break? Damn. They got a 3-day break. Yeah, they don't play till Sunday. So,
who
against the Warriors? Yeah, the Timberwolves.
Oh, the Timberwolves? Oh, yeah.
They don't play till Sunday, so yeah, they get a long break. So probably Edwards will probably be back, so he'll be full powered. Against Golden State, it's still a tough opponent, though, when they get Edwards back.
Yeah, for sure. But I'd say they're going to be well-rested. During those 3 days, they get to see what the rest of the Western Conference does. I'd say it's one game could make a huge difference in this conference. So, yeah, they get to see what the rest of the Western Conference does. Let them do their thing for the next 3 days and figure out the standings a little bit. They're pretty comfortable in the play-in spot right now. They could still move out of the play-in, or they could just fall out of the play-in, really. But right now, I think they're sitting comfortable where they're at.
Oklahoma, it's crazy to see Oklahoma as the AFC right here. That's just crazy.
Yeah. What, they're like 500 too, aren't they?
Yeah. I was looking at the standings in Minnesota 7, and then it's 8 Thunder, and then 9 Dallas, and I think 10 Lakers.
Yeah.
All right.
And then Utah and New Orleans aren't too far behind either.
Yeah. Yeah, Utah took an L yesterday, but we'll talk about that later. So the next game...
If Utah had won that game, they would be 36 and 36. They would be tied with Oklahoma and Minnesota.
Yeah, that would be... Yeah, Laurie had a good game. We'll talk about that game later. Let me get to it. All right. So yeah, Atlanta's pretty comfortably in the play-in spot too. I checked their record. They're like 2 games above. Mostly everybody behind them are like 3 games above them. So they're at the AFC right now. They're pretty comfortably over the 9th and 10th seed. So not much to worry about for the Hawks right there. They can probably still be in the play-in. And Timberwolves, so much needed win. So yeah. Then we go to the Suns at Lakers game. The Lakers took a win. They're back in the play-in spot at the 10th seed. They were at the 11th seed for a little bit, and Anthony Davis decided to play basketball today. So 27 points for him, 9 rebounds, 5 assists. D'Angelo Russell 26 points, 6 assists, 1 rebound, and Austin Reeves 25 points, 11 assists, 4 rebounds. Austin Reeves has been pretty hot last couple of games. He had 35, which was his career high 2 games ago, and he has 25 this game.
Damn.
So
I don't know what's gotten into him lately. He's been playing pretty nice.
Yeah, he's been pretty good. And on Phoenix, it was basically just Devin Booker, and that was it. And Chris Paul basically took the same amount of shots as he scored points. So,
I mean, this is average. Chris Paul would usually have more assists than 4.
Yeah, he has 4 assists.
He did more scoring this game.
Yeah, nobody else really played. Well, I guess they didn't have Aiden didn't play either.
Josh Okogie, Torrey Craig, and Bismack Biyombo.
Yeah, Okogie is actually pretty good. He just had a bad game. He just didn't make a shot. All his points came from the free throw line. Yeah, but Okogie's actually been playing good. I've been seeing him, especially since Kevin Durant's gone there. He's been actually pretty good. Torrey Craig, I'm surprised Torrey Craig actually scored. He hasn't been good. They really have no center depth because they had to start Bismack Biyombo. So that's pretty crazy.
Yeah. So if DeAndre Ayton goes down, bro, it's just Bismack Biyombo, and that's all they got.
Yeah.
Since they lost JaVale McGee. But I don't know how much JaVale McGee would have helped him anyways, bro. We're just paying him $10 million a year to sit on the bench.
Yeah, he probably wouldn't have been much. He's probably not that much better than Bismack Biyombo, to be honest. Yeah, because
at this point, probably not.
At least Bismack Biyombo, I think, still gets minutes. So McGee doesn't get minutes anymore, basically, no?
No, he just sits on the bench for
the
whole game.
So so I guess Biz Biyombo is probably a little bit better now. Cause he just, at least, he probably...
but JaVale McGee was brought in to be a starter, too.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know
Yeah, Biyombo's, been on the bench. So, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know what Jason Kidd has against Christian Wood, bro, but it pisses me off, bro. I really don't know what he's got against Christian Wood. Because when he was starting, he was actually putting up numbers, too. The only reason why he had to go back to the bench is... I forgot. I think he might have gotten injured for a bit, and Dwight Powell came back. And that was the only reason.
Mm. Well, it probably doesn't matter. Oh, actually, no. It does actually matter because he gets less minutes. Better. He gets less minutes than Powell, so...
Yes, that too. If he was at least getting more minutes than Powell, I'd be like, okay, I mean, maybe you need a little bit more bench scoring. But the fact that he gets less minutes than Powell, bro, it's like, what the hell? That just gets me mad. I'm like, what do you have against Christian Wood, bro? Why do you love Dwight Powell so much?
Well, what seed are the Suns? The Suns aren't in the play-in, right? I don't think they are.
5, yeah. It's because they built up a few wins while KD was there. So they're able to get themselves out of that 500 range. I don't know. They might be pretty close, though. They might be pretty close to the Warriors.
Yeah, they're 30 and 34.
They're 4. Yeah,
they're 4, yeah. Yeah. So
man, they could move down to 6, but I can't see them getting into that play-in territory just because, they're already 4 games above 500.
Yeah, I thought they expect KD to come back sometime in early April, too. So,
yeah,
they'll probably have him.
Probably gonna stay top 5.
Yeah, and then the Clippers are kind of wishy-washy, but they've been staying in the top 5 as well most of the time. Yeah. Other than the Warriors, though they've been switching with the Warriors between 5 and 6, but
yeah, so they could probably finish around 5 or 6 if I had to guess. Maybe, maybe they could fall down to a play-in if they go on a cold streak or something. Because any of those crazy teams could pop in and just take that spot.
Yeah, it would be crazy to see Sacramento and Golden State in the first round, and then Sacramento kicks them out. That'd be the funniest shit ever. Sacramento did it.
Oh,
they kicked out Golden State.
That'd be pretty nice, yeah.
Yeah.
Out of all teams, the Kings.
Yeah, because right now...
Mike Brown there, too.
Yeah, I was thinking about that. And it would be Memphis versus Golden State right now. Not Golden State versus Minnesota. And I guess a rematch. Minnesota almost beat them last year. So
Minnesota really should have beat them last year. I don't know how the hell you choke so many 20-point leads in one series. I genuinely don't get how you do that. Not just once, but they did that 2 or 3 times in that series. Where it was they were up by 20 points and they ended up blowing it.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, they always choked at the end of the game.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so they really should have beat Memphis pretty comfortably too. Maybe like a 5 or 6, bro. But they ended up selling hard, bro. I don't know how the hell that happens.
yeah, they choked in every game. So yeah, it's just tough.
Yeah.
All right, then let's go on to the next game here. Next game, let's talk about let's see. Well, we can talk about Philly and Chicago. I got to watch a little bit of this game. When Philly got their get back game after they took a bad loss to them on a Monday. Joel Embiid only played 16 minutes. First half of the game, 16 minutes of the game. He didn't come out in the second half. They said he had a calf issue, but it was really just because the 76ers were smacking the Bulls. So there was no reason for him to play.
Damn.
The Sixers were up like 30 at halftime, so Embiid didn't need to play anymore.
Shit, bro.
Yeah.
And so what? They just kept on beating him down the rest of the game.
Yeah, Embiid barely even played in the second quarter. He played the first quarter. And he played most of the first quarter. He played like 13 minutes in the first quarter, I think. So he basically played the whole first quarter, and then he played 3 minutes in the second. And he didn't play the rest of the game. So yeah, you could have probably had a triple double if he played the whole game because he had 12 points, 7 rebounds, 7 assists in like 16 minutes. So he would have a triple double, but he didn't need to play because of Maxey, Melton, and Tobias just killed the Bulls. Melton had 25 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists, 3 steals. Maxey had 21, 5 and 4, and then Tobias had 20, 9 and 8. What is it called? Tobias' plus minus is like plus 40. That's actually, yeah, it was pretty insane. Yeah. And then Chicago just seemed like they were dead. Nobody wanted to play basketball for them. Nobody in the starting lineup wanted to play basketball for them because only one guy in the starting lineup had double-digit points. Zach LaVine had 16 points, and he took 15 shots. So, not good.
Yeah, bro. He was the only one with double digits?
Yeah, DeMar DeRozan had 4 points, and he was 0 for 7 from the field. 0 for 7. The only shots he made was the free throw line. That was it.
4?
Yeah.
4 points? What the hell? He didn't hit a single shot?
No.
Bro, what the hell? Was Vucevic playing?
Yeah, Vucevic played too. He got 8 points. He was 4 for 10.
Holy shit, bro. That
all their
DeMar
points,
DeRozan one is crazy.
Yeah, all their points came from the bench. I guess Andre Drummond had 13, 6 and 6. Oh no, 6 points, 6 rebounds, not 6 and 6. 13 points, 6 rebounds. He was probably the best. No, he wasn't the best player. It was Kobe White. Kobe White had 19. Ayu Dosunmu had 14, and Derrick Jones Jr. had 10. Those guys, other than Zach LaVine, were the leading scorers for the team. So all their points came from the bench, and this is because they basically benched. Well, Zach LaVine played 35 minutes, but they basically just took him out of the game when they were down by like almost. They almost got down by 40 at one point. So.
Oh yeah, there's no point in even playing him anymore.
Yeah, this game started out with them being 0-17. They were down 17-0 in the first quarter.
What?
And then
17-0? Holy shit.
Yeah, and then the score got even higher. It went to 23-1. That was the highest lead in the first quarter. It was 23-1, and the game kept on getting away from the Bulls. Yeah, the Bulls just sucked yesterday.
Oh my god, bro! What the hell? I don't think I've seen a pathetic performance, like such a pathetic start. Really, God. Damn.
Yeah, Harden didn't even play either, and Embiid really only played. He only played 16 minutes, so that's pretty sad for the Bulls. The Sixers basically didn't. Embiid played 16 minutes, but he really didn't play at all. And then Harden didn't play that whole game. So the Sixers basically played while their 2 best players, and they smacked the Bulls. So, yeah, this
especially if you got a win on Monday. Like, how do you come out that lackadaisical?
Yeah, I don't know.
Wednesday, like they literally just beat this team on Monday, so it's not like they're running into some crazy team that they couldn't get past, and they just came out with no energy. Like, no, they proved to themselves that they could beat that team. You would expect them to come out with some energy in the following game.
What's crazy is that Dwayne Dedmon and Montrezl actually played. They never played at all. And that's how bad the Bulls were getting smacked that they actually got minutes. Dwayne Dedmon never plays. And he actually got minutes.
Dwayne Dedmon? Oh, yeah. Montrezl Harrell, how the hell did he end up not getting any more minutes anymore? Is he that old, or he's just not
He's
that
just that useless.
He's not even old, is he?
No, he's just useless. Yeah, there's no reason to play.
6-man on the Clippers, like 6-man of the year on the Clippers.
Yeah, now he's just useless, to be honest with you. He can't defend anybody. So,
damn.
He just gets bullied in the paint. Especially when we play against Giannis and those guys, we just get bullied in the paint. So, yeah, he doesn't play anymore. Yeah, to be honest with you, the Sixers really don't. Paul Reed, I don't think you know who that is, but Paul Reed's more useful than Dedmon and Harrell.
Yeah. Damn.
And
the way Dedmon, I kind of expected it. I mean, you called
Yeah.
him the worst player in the NBA at one point.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, Paul Reed's is a better. He's like a power forward, so he's basically the backup big when he needs to play. Then Jalen McDaniels is also not a big, but he's like 6'8", so he can play backup big if you need him to.
oh
So
yeah.
both of those guys are more useful. Even Niang, Georges Niang, he doesn't play defense, but he's an efficient shooter. Like he's a good 3-point shooter, so he's more useful
yeah.
than Harrell and Dedmon because both of those guys can't shoot at all either. So if you're gonna have a guy play no
Can't shoot,
defense,
they can't defend. Yeah.
yeah. And even Niang has good defensive possessions, like where he gets a steal. Because he's had to play defense on Giannis, and he gets like clutch steals against Giannis or against Jokic when he's played against them.
Oh yeah. God damn.
So Niang is more useful than those two dudes.
That's crazy.
So
Montrez went from like 6-man of the year. He decided to sign with the Lakers just because, and then that's where his career went downhill, wasn't it?
yeah, the Lakers were forced to play him that year too because of Anthony Davis' injury. If Anthony Davis didn't get injured, they probably would have kicked him out of the starting lineup as well, and they probably wouldn't even have played him at all.
Yeah, for real. God damn.
Yeah.
That was his whole downfall right there at that moment.
So it was a ugly game for the Bulls. It's basically the opposite of what happened on Monday, but it's even worse for the Bulls. Like the Sixers at least kept the game close. But yeah, the Sixers are a good team though, so it's like even when they play ugly, they still somehow keep the game close. But it's like the Bulls play ugly and they lose. Yeah, they lose by 25 points. So
that's crazy. That's how you get some real load management in. That's how you get real load management because you just beat a team's ass so badly that your star player doesn't even have to play a whole half.
Yeah,
that's how you load manage your players. That should be the proper way to do it.
Yeah, they just smack the shit out of the Bulls. All right, we can go to John Morant's return next. It was a 5-point win against Houston. I was watching this game, man. And the Houston Rockets always infuriate me, man. They could have won this game, but Steven Silas makes the stupidest decisions I've ever seen. He just took out Jabari Smith. Jabari Smith was the best defender for the Rockets last night. And he takes him out, and he puts Alperen Şengün, who can't play defense at all. And Alperen Şengün gets bullied by Jaren Jackson. You don't see how much points Jaren Jackson dropped? He dropped 37 points, 10 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal, 2 blocks. He was killing Şengün. Yeah. And they decided, we're going to keep Şengün in to play defense in the clutch moments. It seems like Jabari Smith was playing.
Smith was the best defender?
Yeah, he was the best defender for the Rockets last night. He was the only chance that we had to guard Jaren Jackson. Because Jaren Jackson has been on a hot streak where he has had 30 points in his last 5 games, 30 points or more.
Yeah.
So it kind of got me mad. Kenyon Martin had a good game, 31 points, 6 rebounds, and Jalen Green as well, 32 points, 3 assists, 3 rebounds. Kevin Porter had triple-double. He had 14 points, 10 assists, 10 rebounds.
Oh, yeah. That was pretty solid. Yeah.
Yeah, the Rockets, we got no scoring off our bench, though. Tyrese only had 5.
Holy shit, bro. What the hell? Points off the bench. God damn. Just Easton with 5 points and then Christopher with 2.
Yeah, nobody else scored for us. We could have won this game, too. There was that one point where we were only down by 1, and the Rockets decided to sub in Şengün, and Şengün was just getting terrorized. So.
Oh, man. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Silas is just trying to tank at this point.
Yeah, and then John Morant, in his return, he came off the bench. He had 24 points, 17 points, 5 assists, 4 rebounds. Yeah, 24 minutes. He didn't play that much. Yeah, so he got Desmond Bane had 20, Jackson had 37, and nobody else. Well, I guess Luke Kennard had 13, and Tyus Jones had 14. David Roddy, have no idea what that is, but he had 13 points. So yeah. Yeah,
so most of the work came from Jaren Jackson that game.
Yeah, it did. He was killing us.
Şengün couldn't. He couldn't
do anything
against him.
Yeah, he's not a defender. It's not his game. So he got cooked by Jaren Jackson. Yeah, Jaren Jackson's been a hot streak though, so can't be too mad about that. Yeah, so Memphis gets a win. They're sitting at 45-27. Yeah, it doesn't really. Yeah, there's not much to say about this game. Yeah, John Morant's back. And the Grizzlies took a dub over the Rockets. All right.
Yeah.
Then we can go to, let's see, what's the most interesting? I guess just go to Portland.
Miami and New York.
Oh, yeah, Miami, New York. You want to talk about that game first? Yeah, we can talk about that game.
Yeah, we could get Miami, New York. RJ Barrett actually dropped more than 17 this time. He put up 26.
That's pretty solid.
Brunson, 25. Julius Randle only had 15. Quentin Grimes, 22. They got some solid scoring off their starting lineup. Really.
Yeah.
Julius Randle was the fourth highest scorer. He still had 9 assists, 7 for 16, a little bit below 500. Mitchell Robinson had 10 points, which is, I mean, I guess it's all right for him. He's not really too much of a scorer. Off the bench, though, is where the Knicks had their problems. Josh Hart was the only one who scored anything, really. He put up 12 points, but, I mean, everybody else, Quickly had 5 points, Hardenstein 2, and Obi Toppin 3. That's all the scoring you got off the bench. Josh Hart's points alone off the bench combined for the rest of the bench. So that was a pretty rough game for the Knicks bench. I think if they could have gotten some better bench production, they might have been able to win this game. Miami, on the other hand, and Jimmy Butler with 35, he actually showed out this game. I mean, that's what you expect out of the best player on the team. Kevin Love, who is still starting somehow. I mean, I guess they're forced to start Kevin Love.
Kevin Love's going to start for the rest of the season. Yeah.
Yeah, they're forced to start him. I don't see who else they could start over him. But 6 points, 2 for 6. So, yeah, not really the best stat line for Kevin Love, but I don't know what you expect out of him at this point in his career. Bam Adebayo with 15 and 7 rebounds. Tyler Hero starting this game, 22, 3 and 4. A solid stat line for Tyler Hero. Kyle Lowry actually got 23 minutes this game. He was off the bench for Gabe Vincent. He had 14 points, which I mean is solid for him. 5 for 9. It was a pretty good game for Kyle Lowry, honestly. Is it worth the $35 million that they're paying him? Absolutely not. But at least they're able to finally get some type of production out of him off the bench. Gabe Vincent was starting. He finished with 19. So, yeah, Miami, they had a pretty solid game all around. They were able to get production from a bunch of areas. And pretty much everybody who got some valuable minutes other than Kevin Love was able to get into double digits, really. Kevin Love and who is that? Caleb or Cody Martin?
That's
Caleb Martin.
Caleb Martin.
Caleb Martin. Yeah, he didn't really do too much either. But
yeah, the Knicks,
Miami got the job done.
The Heat's actually getting close to the Knicks. So it's pretty much that's a big problem. They're only 2 games back of the Knicks. This is like the way Miami played last night is like they had the Knicks circled. They circled this game ahead of time already. They wanted to beat their ass or some shit. Because Jimmy Butler was talking shit to Julius Randle the whole game, so I don't think they like each other. So it seemed like they had this game circled already. They wouldn't try hard this game. Like the defense and everything, they were playing like it was a playoff game. Miami was. So yeah. And I was expecting Julius Randle to take a little bit of setback because he did play like an overtime game. He played the whole game basically essentially on a Monday.
Yeah.
He had like 48 minutes. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So yeah, that was I wasn't really expecting Julius Randle to go too crazy. But yeah, Quentin Grimes, Brunson, RJ Barrett showed up with Julius Randle struggling.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Brooklyn's also kind of on the Knicks' heels too. They're only 1 loss behind. The win column, though, Brooklyn's just played a lot less games, so they're 3 wins behind New York. But as far as the losses go, they're only 1 loss behind. They only have 1 extra loss in them. And Miami, 2 games back. Knicks are on a 2-game losing streak. Miami's on a 2-game winning streak. They're 7-3 in their last 10. So, oh, damn, you're right. They might have to watch out a little bit.
Yeah, they should have 2 wins these next 2 games. Well, they should. I don't know if they will. They play the Magic and they play the Rockets. So
the Knicks?
Yeah.
Or the Heat?
No, the Knicks. The
Knicks? Oh, okay.
So they should win those 2 games, and then they have another game against the Heat next Wednesday. So, and then a game against the Cavs next Friday. So those 2 games, they probably need to win at least one of those games. Yeah,
they need to for sure take the Rockets and Magic game.
Yeah,
like for sure they need to take those 2. And
they probably need that. They probably need that Heat win more than the Cavs win. So they probably need. Yeah, they need to take Magic. They need to beat the Magic. They need to beat the Rockets. This is a pretty good break in between the games because they play today against the Magic, but then they play on all the way next Monday. So yeah, those are probably 2 wins. And the Heat, they probably need to win that. They need that win more because they're not catching the Cavs. So they need that win against the Heat more.
Yeah, They need to separate themselves from the Heat right away. They can't let the Heat get back-to-back wins on them. So, yeah. I doubt they're going to catch the Cavs. So, I mean, I guess that's more of an affordable loss. Obviously, you want to win that one too. But the Heat one's probably the most important one at this point right now the way things are standing.
Yeah, that's the most important win. Okay. And the next game, Portland at Utah. It seems like Portland's just playing the play, to be honest with you, because I don't think they're going to get in the play-in. Because even with this win, they're still 3 games back of the Jazz. So, it just seems like they're playing.
Other teams in the play-in, too. It's not even like they're competing like just against the Jazz. No, they're competing against the Jazz, Pelicans, Timberwolves, Mavs, Warriors.
And the Jazz are like the lowest. They're like the Jazz are the 11th seed right now. So that's like the closest guy they can catch right now. So essentially, just like right now, they're just playing the play, especially Damian Lillard. So Damian Lillard had a good stat line though: 30 points, 12 assists, 7 rebounds, and then a lot of guys in the Portland starting lineup showed up. Shaedon Sharp, 20 points, 9 rebounds, 3 assists, 4 steals. Nurkic, 20 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists. Trenton Watford, 21 points, 9 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 blocks for him. So yeah, Matisse Thybulle, he's just a defender, so I'm not going to expect too much. He had 2 steals and a block. They didn't have Simons or Nasir Little. Those are actually 2 of their best defenders. Defenders. Simons is their best. Simons is not a defender. He's a guard. Nasir Little is their best defender. Jeremy Grant didn't play either. So, yeah, this is actually a good win for them. Well, I guess if you're trying to win, I don't know. I don't know if they're trying to tank or what. So.
I mean, they can't. They don't really have much to play for at this point.
Yeah,
they've already fallen so far behind that it probably doesn't even matter for them.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter. And then the Jazz, nobody showed up except Lauri Markkanen. Essentially, he had 40 points, 12 rebounds, 3 assists. Nobody else played good. They got 15 out of Chris Dunn, and they got 11 out of Horton Tucker, 12 out of Olynyk. Sexton and Jordan Clarkson is still out. So, yeah, they really didn't get any scoring from anybody else. Markkanen was 4 for 12 from 3, but I guess he was a good mid-range shooter yesterday, because that's why he got 40. Other than Markkanen, nobody really else showed up for the Jazz. So it's pretty tough for them. They could have probably won. That's why they lost. Or they lose by 12. Yeah, and then 4 of the players in the starting lineup for the Blazers had 20 points or more. So yeah, you're gonna lose pretty easily. Cam Reddish has actually been playing pretty solid. He's actually getting minutes. So he had 11 points last night, 50% from the field. So not anything too crazy, but at least he's finally getting minutes, because in New York he wasn't getting anything. So so this game really doesn't.
Opportunity.
Yeah, this game hurts the Jazz more than it does the Blazers, because the Blazers, I guess they get closer, but they're not making the play-in. It's like
they've won too many games to be in a play-in, and they've won too many games to be a top 3 team, in the lottery, and they've lost too many games to get in a play-in spot. So they're really just, I don't know what the hell, they're in the worst spot they could be in right now. Yeah,
the Jazz are still close. They're one game back of the Lakers, so they'll still likely have a chance at the play-in. So yeah,
because the Blazers got no incentive. They got no incentive to lose right now, because they're not going to be top 3. And they got no incentive to win either. I guess at this point, might as well just try to win whatever you can.
Yeah, they're just playing just to play. So, yeah. All right, then we can move on to Milwaukee at San Antonio and Milwaukee. We're not gonna talk about this game too long. Milwaukee beat the shit out of the Spurs, 130-94. It's almost a 40-point game. So, not much to say. It's the same old for the Spurs. Spurs got their ass handed to them. Giannis went off. And we're not gonna talk about that game because there's no reason to. There's just we're not talking about the Spurs right now. They got smacked. And then we can go out. And I don't know if you want to talk about Denver versus Washington. I really don't want to talk about Washington, but they won by.
Denver gets a much needed win. They were starting to catch a few losses, but I believe that's back-to-back wins for them right now.
Yeah, a 14-point win. So yeah, not much.
That's a game that they're supposed to win.
Yeah, it is. So. Yeah, it's just I don't want to talk about those games because it's just the fucking.
Washington and San Antonio really bring it down.
Yeah, that's the only reason I don't want to talk about them. It just seems like a boring game to talk about. At least with the Sixers and the Bulls, it's the Bulls at least. The other team is I don't want to talk about the fucking Spurs, or I don't want to talk about the fucking Wizards. The Wizards are like the most. Like, I hate the Wizards so much. They're like the most mediocre team ever. Like, they're just so mediocre.
Yeah, with the damn Kuzma and bro, it's tough. I don't like the Wizards either.
All right, let's just talk about the last game real quick.
Games now?
Oh, there's one more game we had to talk about.
Which one?
Indiana Toronto. It was a 4-point win.
Yeah.
There's no reason to talk. It's hard to talk about this game too, but the two of these teams are mid. But we'll just talk about it. Andrew Nembhard. He had a pretty good game last time. Last time we talked about it, I'm pretty sure on Monday. So he had 25 points, 10 assists, 2 rebounds this game, having a good stretch of games. He was the leading scorer. Yeah, that's basically all I want to talk about for the Pacers. Most of these other players are like regular stat line. So Raptors, they got 31 out of Siakam, 28-3 out of Jakob Portal, and Fred VanVleet at 28 and 11. So, damn, Siakam almost had a triple-double. He had 31, 10 rebounds, 7 assists. So,
damn, and they still ended up losing?
Yeah, they still ended up losing. Yeah, because nobody else played good. Will Barton had 4.
Yeah.
OG Anunoby had 7. He was 2 for 13 from the field. And Chris Bosh.
Hill was trying to give up 3 first-round picks for OG Anunoby.
I don't know. That's a overpay for me.
To give up 3 first-round picks for him. And why the hell is Toronto not taking that?
Yeah, I don't know.
Unless that was Cap.
He's one of the best defenders in the league, so there's that. This is a bad game, too. This is not like, we can't just go out by one bad game and be like, oh, yeah. Yeah, this is what they're training for. Yeah, they're not
first-round picks, though?
Yeah, well, those first-round picks really don't turn into much if you actually think about it, so.
I mean, I guess, yeah.
Yeah, they're like, if you're getting offered 3 first-round picks by the Grizzlies and the Grizzlies are going to be competitive, what the fuck are those first-round picks even turning into? So it's like unless you draft, unless you know you're gonna, unless you draft really fucking good, most of the time those first-round picks turn into nothing. So, like sometimes you'll find guys late, like Desmond Bane, he was a late first-round pick.
Yeah.
So there's guys like that, but even OG Anunoby, I believe, was like a middle to late first-round pick. So
yeah,
you find guys like that.
I don't know for 3 first-round picks, I would expect a little bit more though than like 16 points a game.
Well, because that's what you're bringing him in for. You're bringing him in for. He's on that level next to Jaden McDaniels as being one of the best on-ball defenders in the NBA. So you're basically bringing him in just to put him on the team's best player and doing his best luck. Obviously, you're not going to lock down Luka. You're not going to lock down fucking LeBron or anything like that. But he's your best chance at doing it.
Down. Yeah.
Like Jaden McDaniels is that good too, where he can be one of the on-ball defenders. He did it against Luka and Kyrie last time they played him, Minnesota.
Yeah.
So he's good. They're good enough to do it. But Anunoby's probably reached his potential. I think Jaden McDaniels is still young, so I think he can probably average. He could probably average like 20 if he gets his scoring down a little bit better. Yeah. OG Anunoby's probably gonna be like a 17 points per game guy, but he's gonna play defense for you. So
that's true.
They just didn't have any. They only lost by 4, so. Yeah, but nobody else really showed up off the bench either. Chris Boucher had 11 points, but yeah, it wasn't anything too special. Let's talk about Friday's games now. So, let me pull it up.
So, hold on, let's go over the record real quick for Wednesday. All right, so I'm gonna count up my record real quick because, okay, so I got Denver. That's 1-0. I'm pretty sure we both had Denver.
Yeah.
So we're both 1-0. I believe I took New York. I might have took Miami, but if I'm correct, I believe I took New York. I was gonna take Miami, but I think I switched it up. So I'll give you that one. You did take Miami from the start, so you'd be 2-0. I'm 1-1. We both took Toronto, so I'm 1-2. You're 2-1. Holy shit, bro! You took Golden State. No, we both took Dallas, didn't we?
Yeah, we both took Dallas.
Okay, so I'm 1-3. You're 2-2. All right. Philadelphia, I'm 2-3. You're 3-2. Houston, Memphis. All right, I'm back to 3-3. 4-2.
Yeah, 4-2.
San Antonio, Milwaukee. All right, so I'm 4-3. You're
5-2.
5-2. All right. And then Atlanta and Minnesota. I'm pretty sure I had Atlanta. You had Minnesota. That's, what is it now? 6-2.
Yeah, I'm 6-2.
You? And I'm 5-5.
Yeah.
4-4.
Something like that. Yeah, 4-4. 4-4. Yeah.
4-4. Yeah.
And Utah and Portland.
Utah lost. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we both had Utah, so I'm 4-5 now.
And I'm 8-3. Oh, 6-3. Yeah,
8-3.
6-3. No, 6-3.
Yeah. And then you had LA. You had the Lakers over the Suns. I had the Suns. So that's another one that you got over me. So pretty much all the games that we had different. You took those, so congratulations. I freaking lost a bunch of those the last time, but we're gonna make it up today, though. We're gonna make it up with Friday's games.
All right, San Antonio versus Washington is the first game.
Holy shit, bro! We just on both of these teams so we just chat on these teams so hard right now, bro.
You know, I kind of want to pick San Antonio
against each other.
I kind of want to pick San Antonio just because I don't like the Wizards that much, but I just don't know if I can see San Antonio doing. They just lost by 40 to the Bucks, so I just don't know.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell. Because you hate the Wizards that much.
I'm just gonna give it to the Wizards because they have more players that are good. That's all I'm gonna say.
I'll have to go with Washington.
That was the simplest statement. They have more players that are good. So yeah, it's like, yeah. Then Boston, Indiana, Boston. I'm taking Boston.
Yeah, give me Boston on that one. Even though they lost to Indiana the last time, yeah, we're gonna have to go with Boston.
Detroit's at Toronto.
I'm not going Detroit. I'm not. Going Detroit. I don't care what you say. I'm not going for Detroit.
I was thinking maybe the upset, but they have 16 wins, so I can't do that
either. Yeah, no, I gotta go Toronto. Oh man, another Rockets versus Grizzlies game. Yeah, I gotta go Memphis. Yeah.
I'm thinking about taking Houston, but I don't know.
I don't know. You have faith. You said they had a chance at winning last time.
Yeah, but then whenever they play teams back to back, I remember they always fucking get smacked the next time. So I'm just gonna go.
They get smacked even worse.
I'm gonna pick Memphis. I just can't pick Houston. Charlotte at Dallas. Right. Damn, these teams fucking. This is like a huge. Unless there's like a huge upset.
One-sided.
Yeah. I'm taking Dallas. I'm not taking the Charlotte either.
Yeah, I got Dallas. Kyrie might be back for next game 2 on Friday. So that's pretty crazy. As soon as Luka comes back against the Warriors, Kyrie re-aggravates his foot and he's out again.
Oh, yeah.
So, but I think he'll be able to come back against the Hornets. So it was a game time decision against Golden State. He'll probably be back against the Hornets. And yeah, I see Dallas taking that one.
And then Milwaukee at Utah. I can see Utah winning this game, but I'm gonna take.
It's got to be Milwaukee, right?
Milwaukee, yeah.
All right. I feel like now is where it starts getting more competitive.
Oh yeah, Philly at Golden State. I'm obviously thinking Philly. I'm not gonna pick against them. So, yeah.
Golden State at home. Oh man. Okay, I want to go Philadelphia though, just because I don't want to see Golden State win. I need Golden State to drop in the standings. So I'm gonna go Philadelphia on that one. Pretty late start.
Yeah. Oh yeah, 8 o'clock. Yeah. Hold on, I need to check.
Philadelphia's normal time. Philadelphia, that game would be starting at 10. No. Yeah, 10 a.m. in Philadelphia. Or 10 p.m. at Philadelphia.
10 p.m., yeah.
They're traveling all the way across the country. Actually, you know what? That might be pretty difficult for the Sixers. That might be pretty difficult. I mean, it's a 10 p.m. start. What it would be in Philadelphia, it would be 10 p.m. And traveling all the way across the country, all the way to the West Coast, all the way to the Bay.
Yeah, I'm taking them, though, because Embiid and Harden basically had like 3 days or 4 days rest. So, Embiid basically just picked up. He just played a pickup game, basically. He played like a pickup game, and he left. So, Harden hasn't played for since Monday. That's the reason I think they're well rested. So, at least the top 2 guys on the team. I'm still not picking against Philly. Like, there's no way I'm changing my mind. I can't just pick against them. So,
yeah, I'm not expecting you to pick against Philly.
Yeah.
I'm just talking about for me, though.
Yeah, you can go ahead.
It might be, oh man, because I really don't want the Warriors to win. I really need the Warriors to lose this game. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with Philly.
All right, then Phoenix and Sacramento. Hold on, let me check something real quick before I make our decision. I want to see something first. Let me see. What was I checking? I just completely forgot I was gonna check. I was like so sure of it, and I don't remember. Oh, yeah, I'm taking Phoenix.
Oh, Phoenix and Sacramento?
Yeah, Phoenix and Sacramento. Yeah.
I'm going to go Sacramento. I got Sacramento on that one. They're in Sacramento. Yeah, I'm pretty confident in that one.
The only reason I took that is because the Suns have been losing. I don't think they're going to keep on losing. That's the only reason I took them.
Yeah.
Like, when I see
bounce back.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to keep on losing. That's the only reason I picked them. That's what I was checking.
That's true. Yeah, no, that is a pretty valid point. But I'm going to still go with Sacramento.
I think last 2 games, Chicago at Portland.
Chicago.
I'm taking Chicago.
I'm gonna have to go with Portland. I'm gonna go
Okay.
with Portland. After what you told me right now about what happened against the Sixers, oh my god, that was pretty pathetic.
Yeah, I'm using reverse logic
Both
again.
teams got pretty much the exact same record. I mean, the Bulls are 2 games ahead of Portland. Chicago obviously has a better roster. They got better star players. But I don't know. I'm not really confident in Chicago. I'm gonna have to go with Portland.
Yeah, I picked Chicago just because of
They got
their
no
whole team played.
incentive to lose. Oh
They
yeah,
got their whole team played like shit. So I'm like, I don't think it's gonna happen 2 games in a row. So yeah, that's the only reason I picked Chicago. Then Oklahoma, yeah, LA. I'm gonna take LA again.
Oh man, yeah. Actually, I'll go with Oklahoma on this one. Oklahoma needs it. Actually, both teams really need this win. That's a huge game. 36-36 and 36-37.
Yeah,
Oklahoma's 8 right now. The Lakers are 10. And the only reason why they're 10 is because they lost that game to Dallas off that Maxi Kleber game winner. So, okay. This means a lot to the Lakers. I think Oklahoma gets the job done. I'll take Oklahoma.
all right. Well, that's gonna be our.
Also, man, yeah, I'm gonna have to switch my pick to. Oh man, I don't know about the Warriors one. I'm like, actually, no, I'm sticking with Philly. I'm gonna stick with Philly.
All right. Well, that's gonna be our. That's gonna be it for our NBA recap of Wednesday night's performances, and then our preview for Friday night's games. All right. We're gonna move into the NFL portion. Should be pretty short. We can talk about some of the. Well, it's mostly just because I want to talk about it because it's Giant stuff. But like it's not really important to anybody else, but to me it is. So the Giants, they had dinner with Jackson Smith and Jigba, and they also had dinner with Zay Flowers. So hopefully we get one of them. Jackson Smith and Jigba.
For one of them?
Yeah, Jackson Smith and Jigba actually ran a 4.53, so it's actually pretty solid. People thought he could have run like a 4.6.
Be slower.
Yeah,
you thought he was gonna be slower.
There's some people saying he could run a 4.6 or maybe even a 4.7 if it was that bad. So a 4.53 is pretty good. CD Lamb ran a 4.5. So just to put that into perspective, Hopkins ran a 4.57 as well.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So that's. But I could still see him. I'd tell you, I wasn't really hating on him. I think you hated on him a bit more than I did.
Oh no, I definitely hated on him more.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So he's there by the time the Giants pick, though. I mean, they should definitely pick him up.
I can see the Giants actually trading up in this draft. Unless they get Hopkins, I can see them trading up for this draft. Even if they somehow get Hopkins,
receiver? Yeah.
Even if they get Hopkins, I can still see them drafting a receiver in the first round. To be honest with you, because that's how bad the receiving core was last year. So I could still see them doing that. Okay, so also some signings. Tony Pollard officially signed his franchise tag. Yeah, that's not big news. Yeah, and then the Bills signed David Edwards, guard out of the Rams. He's actually a pretty solid guard. He was the reason why the Rams' line was pretty decent when they won the Super Bowl. He really didn't play last year because he was hurt most of the year. So the Bills, that's actually a decent signing. The Bills needed more interior O-line help.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense then.
Yeah, then all right. We're going to go into our main topic for the NFL. We're going to predict where some of these free agents are going to land. All right, we're just going to go back and forth. So I'm going to name one player and then we just both say where he's going to go. Right. So first, before we disagree on where this guy was going to go, but I think we're both going to agree where he goes now. We're going to talk about OBJ. I have him going with the Jets now. I changed my mind. I didn't go to the Jets.
I'm going to the Jets now? Okay, yeah. Because I've been predicting this for a minute already. You finally bought into it?
Yeah. I didn't go to the Jets.
I saw a report that they were actually trying to get a deal done right now. So who knows? Maybe by the end of this episode, Odell might have signed with the Jets.
Oh, no, I don't think they'll sign yet.
It's possible. Yeah, it's possible.
It was because of the financial reasons. The financial reasons are going to get solved because he still wants some $15 million at least. So, I think he's probably going to sign a 1-year deal though. Because I think it's going to be I think he's going to want to get paid money next year. Because I don't think the teams have offered him the money he wants. But I think he's going to the Jets now.
Yeah, because he probably knows why teams haven't offered him what he wants. He put out the tweet. He's like, I don't want $20 million a year, but I at least want more than $4 million. I don't know how much that means for him, but Yeah, I mean a 1 year deal. I don't. Yeah, he's going to the Jets, bro. I think he's going to the Jets. That makes the most
Yeah.
sense for both teams right now.
What really brought me into this yesterday when they traded Elijah Moore. It wasn't really when they signed McCole Hardman because McCole Hardman doesn't move me. But
Oh, yeah. I thought just McCole Hardman was supposed to replace whatever the hell Elijah Moore did. If I was being honest, and then they traded Elijah Moore so they could have the draft compensation for Aaron Rodgers.
yeah, Elijah Moore is still a little better to me. Oh, actually, Adam Schefter said that the draft pick they got yesterday from the Browns has nothing to do with Rodgers. So I don't know. That's what Adam Schefter said at least. I don't know how much you trust Adam Schefter, but that's me. That's what he said. I think both. Yeah. Both of us have Odell going to the Jets. It's pretty simple right there. We already talked about Odell for a while here on the show, though, so I think we should give it to some.
About it for a minute.
Yeah, I think
I've been talking about him to the Jets for like the past the past month already. I'd been talking about Odell to the Jets, bro. That'd have been my main prediction. So
yeah,
I mean, there's a short video. There's like a short video of like the best fits for Odell where I go into like why he's a good fit for the Jets too. So if you want to go check that out, I mean, it's right there already.
All right, yeah. He's my favorite player of all time. So I'm gonna buy his jersey anywhere he goes, as long as it's not the Cowboys. So
I was about to say, yeah,
it really doesn't matter. It doesn't really matter to me as long as it's not the Cowboys because he's not going to the Eagles or the Commanders. So as long as it's not the Cowboys, I do not care. All right, and then Frank Clark is the next. He's not the next biggest free agent, but we're just talking about Frank Clark for a little bit. I had two options for him early. I had the Browns and the Saints. I was leaning towards the Browns, but the Browns really solved the D-line problems. They signed, I forgot that dude's name, Okoronkwo or something like that. It's something like that. Yeah, you know how I'm talking about. And then they signed Dalvin Tomlinson, so I really don't think they need to add another D-lineman. So I'm actually predicting Frank Clark to go to the Saints because I think they need more help there on the D-line. They lost a lot on their D-line. And the Saints, they're going to be a competitive team next year, hopefully, with Derek Carr at quarterback. Hopefully. Because the only competition I see is the Panthers when they draft CJ Stroud, because that team's actually pretty competent. So I wouldn't sleep on the Panthers. But I can actually see the Panthers winning that division. To be honest with you, they actually might be my.
They're a Super Bowl contender.
Yeah, I don't know about all that, but I can actually see them winning. I can see them winning the division. That actually might be my pick. If I picked right now, at least, they would probably be my pick.
Carolina
to win the division, but the Saints are still going to be competitive. And this is a good fit for Frank Clark off the edge because they lost Davenport as well, so they need another edge.
Oh yeah.
Next for on the other side of Cameron Jordan. So yeah, there's probably other teams Frank Clark could go to, but I'm probably going to pick the Saints.
Yeah, I'd really consider the Saints too. The Saints were probably my option like most of the time, and then I just kind of switched it up at the end. I decided to go with Atlanta, a division rival. They also need some edge rush help too. I mean, you brought up all the stuff with the Saints, but I feel like Atlanta edge rush is probably one of their biggest needs right now. They haven't really gotten it solved, and they're going to be looking to fix that for next season. So I'm not going to get like too much into it, but Frank Clark goes to Atlanta, and if Atlanta doesn't pick him up, then they'll probably end up drafting edge in the draft, just because it's a big team need for them right now.
Yeah, the only edge they have is Lorenzo Carter. Yeah, he was all right. Yeah. He's actually better than he was in the Giants, so I'll give him that. Okay, so you have him going to the Falcons. I have him going to the Saints, and the next one of the next biggest free agents, Ezekiel Elliott. I actually have two teams for him as well. I have the Chargers and the Bills, but
Chargers and the Bills.
I'm gonna go with the Chargers. I'm gonna say Chargers, and then I'm gonna say Austin Eckler gets traded. So,
okay. So you think
I don't think Elliott's gonna be a starter. Yeah, I don't think he's gonna be the full workhorse, but they'll probably draft somebody as well. But I think he's gonna be there. I'd be like the secondary option. And he's what's his name? I'm having him go to the Chargers specifically because of Kellen Moore is with the Chargers.
Oh yeah. Okay,
that's the main reason why I have him going to the Chargers instead of the Bills. I have another running back going to the Bills, but that we'll talk about right now. But I have Elliott going to the Chargers.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. This move, Ezekiel Elliott, I got him following the footsteps of the Cowboys running back that was before him, DeMarco Murray. I see him leaving Dallas and ending up in Philadelphia. because Philadelphia, they lost Miles Sanders in free agency. They're a team that wants to run the ball. So if they could get away with not having to pay Zeke a crazy amount of money, then I think Philadelphia takes advantage of it. They get to stick it to a division rival. All the Dallas fans loved Zeke, and they loved DeMarco Murray too. But once DeMarco Murray ended up going to Philadelphia, they all kind of turned on him. So I think Zeke takes those next steps. He ends up in Philadelphia. He sees him as a contender. He's seen him every year that he's been in the league. So I got Zeke going to Philadelphia. He replaces Miles Sanders. They still got Boston Scott, so they don't need him to be like the main guy there. But Philadelphia wants to run the ball, and they're going to bring in another running back to do so.
You don't think Kenneth Gainwell and Rashad Penny are good enough?
Kenneth Gainwell and Rashad Penny? Well, I mean, I still think that they want Zeke, though. I think he's better than both of them. Both of them. As much as I like to hate on Zeke right now at this point in his career, as much as we talk shit about him, but I think he's still better than both of them right now.
Okay. All right. And Leonard Fournette, the next running back I was talking about, I have him going to the Bills. He's a good fit as a power back. They really don't have a power back because James Cook's not really a power back. He's more of a elusive type of dude. But, yeah, I think Leonard Fournette, he wants to probably go to a competitor. So I have him going to the Bills. The Bills need running back help. They're not a main running team. But Leonard Fournette would be a nice guy just to change up with James Cook because they're probably going to be the two main guys. They have what's his name? Naeem Hines as well, but he's more their kick returner now. So he's more of a special teamer now. So it's basically like, he's not really going to get...
the exact opposite type of style as Fournette, too.
Yeah, you could still use Naeem Hines in like third down situations, like when you need him to go out for a route or something. You can
more of a pass catcher.
Yeah. Leonard Fournette and James Cook could be your like two runners, like your actual legitimately running back to get carries. So yeah, that's why I have Leonard Fournette going to the Bills.
I kind of forgotten about the Bills for a while, like when I was doing these predictions. But oh man, okay, yeah, I was really confused about this Leonard Fournette one. So I just kind of threw one out there. I got him returning to Jacksonville, where he started his career at. He gets to pair with Travis Etienne, and they're pretty much different styles. Travis Etienne's going to be the main guy there. I don't think there's any doubt about it. So they could just bring in Leonard Fournette in certain situations. When you have, like, close down situations, like yards to go, you could bring in Leonard Fournette, and he could be that guy for you. So Leonard Fournette, he sees that Jacksonville is competitive again. He wants to join in where he started. He gets to stay in Florida. I see him staying in Florida, returning to Jacksonville.
All right. Then our next what is it called? Next free agent, Marcus Peters. To me, this is a pretty clear cut.
I know where you're going. I know.
Of where I'm going to pick.
I agree
where I'm going to pick.
I agree.
I don't really think. I don't think there's better fits than him going to the Giants because of the Giants. He's back with his old defensive coordinator in Wink Martindale already fits the scheme perfectly. There's like no other team. Like if I'm just picking, the Giants might not get him, but if I'm just picking the perfect spot for him to land, it's the Giants. So the Giants need help, but they need an outside corner to play alongside Adoree Jackson. Marcus Peters is a man coverage corner. He's played in that system already before. He had some of his best seasons with Wink Martindale. So I think the Giants are the best fit for Marcus Peters.
Yeah, I agree with what you said. I mean, he goes back with Martindale, man coverage guy. He didn't really fit Baltimore's system last year. Now he gets to call him in. I'd say Adoree Jackson's the only cornerback that they really have, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, they get that number 2 cornerback, and yeah, pretty much everything that you said right there. I don't really have much to add to it. I mean, you're the Giants fan; you could explain it better than I could. But yeah, I had the exact same pick too. It was pretty obvious.
Yeah. All right, let's move on then from that. Let's go to Bobby Wagner. Bobby Wagner. I had the Seahawks and the Cowboys before, but the Cowboys, they really don't have much money left. They've already made a couple of moves with Brandon Cooks and Stephon Gilmore, so I really don't expect them to make another splash move. They already signed Lady Van Der Esch as well. So I was thinking about picking them before, but the Seahawks, I think he just reunites with Seattle and goes back to where it started for him. Basically a year without them, but the Seahawks are still a competitive team as well. They just made the playoffs. Their defense will get even better with Bobby Wagner. They already had Julian Love. It's already an upgrade for that slot cornerback role. So I think Bobby Wagner goes back here. He knows the system. It's basically the same. It's the same exact system he's already been in, where he had his best seasons. He had a good year outside of his system, outside of his scheme fit with the Rams. So he goes back. I think he goes back to Seattle. Seattle has money. They still have a lot of money left. Dallas, I would really like Dallas for him as well, but just I don't really see Dallas doing it anymore. I think they already made too many big moves where they spend a lot of money, because I think Bobby Wagner is probably still going to get that 12 mil range, probably. Because he was an All-Pro last year. Like, Levante David got cheaper money, but it's because Levante David wasn't an All-Pro. That's the problem. Bobby Wagner, he wasn't All-Pro. He was in the All-Pro first team, but he was the All-Pro second team. So, I think he still gets some money, and I just don't think the Cowboys can afford him. So I'm going to go, and he returns back to Seattle.
Yeah. I had the same two options as well, Dallas and Seattle. I was really stuck between the two. But I'm going to end up going the opposite direction. I'm going to end up going with Dallas. The main reason why is because I feel like he kind of left with a bad taste in his mouth in Seattle. I know he was pretty upset after, they just randomly cut him. He felt like he was did wrong by that organization after all those years of him doing service, like him being that leader of that defense. Even during the Legion of Boom and all that, he was the field general on that team. And I feel like he left Seattle with a bad taste in his mouth. Even though I feel like he still loves Seattle, he loves the team, I just feel like he didn't leave the way he wanted to. And I think he's going to hold that against the Seahawks. And he'll end up signing with Dallas. Dallas is still a really good fit for him, back with Dan Quinn. So, yeah, and Dallas's defense, they become pretty scary. I mean, they were already pretty scary. Now you add that, like, legit field general right there. Yeah, I think Dallas is a move for him.
Okay. And then the next free agent, Kareem Hunt. I have him going to the Cardinals. They have James Conner. But even when they did before they just let Chase Edmonds leave, they ran a two running back system. Like, James Conner got a little bit more touchdown carries, so that's why he was a more popular player. But Chase Edmonds, he'd split carries with Chase Edmonds. Also, I really didn't see any other teams that could use Kareem Hunt, so I think he's a good scheme fit as well in their offense, the way they're going to run it this year. We might move out Kyler Murray as well, so they need a pass catching back as well. Kareem Hunt can do that. And Kareem Hunt's obviously, he's better than James Conner to me, at least. I think he is. He's a better running back, when he plays at least.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I have Kareem Hunt going to Arizona.
Yeah, I'd honestly considered Arizona. Like, I really thought about that for everything that you just mentioned. That two-back system, having that pass-catching back coming out of the backfield. I decided to go a different route with this one, though. I'm going to decide to go with the Miami Dolphins. And the reason I like Raheem Mostert and I like Jeff Wilson, but I don't know how much you can rely on their health, especially Raheem Mostert. I feel like, eventually one of them is probably going to end up going down. And Kareem Hunt may be better than both of them, actually, right now at this point. He's a bit of a different style. You could use him as a pass catcher out of the backfield. Miami wants to throw the ball around a lot. So Kareem Hunt, I feel like, would be a pretty good fit right there in the Dolphins. Is it going to significantly improve their running game? Probably not. But it's pretty good Miami wants to throw the ball around. Kareem Hunt gets that job done for you.
All right. And then next player, we're going to talk about DJ Chark. DJ Chark, I don't really think there's much competition for him right now. I think he's going to the Carolina Panthers. I don't think anybody else is going to. They already met with him. So I think they're probably the favorites to land him. I don't think anybody else is really going to be as competitive as the Panthers to get him. He was a 1,000-yard receiver. He was a 1,000-yard receiver 2 years ago, so he still probably has it. Last year he was injured, and he wasn't really getting the same playing time as he was with the Jaguars, with the Lions. So yeah, I think the Panthers make sense for Chark.
He's still pretty young, too. He was drafted when, like 2020? 2019?
Yeah.
No, it was like 2019. Yeah.
2019, yeah.
So he's still a pretty good receiver. And, yeah, I agree. Carolina's probably the favorite for him right now. That's probably where he ends up signing. So Carolina, they have the receiving core of Thielen, Shenault, DJ Chark, and who's the other one? Terrace Marshall. So, that's pretty solid.
Yeah, that's pretty solid. All right, then John Johnson. John Johnson is another guy where I feel like it's pretty clear cut where he's going. He's not a free agent until June 1st because he was opposed. So they're not actually cutting him until after June 1st to save more money. But to me, it said the Chargers are going to be immediately interested in him as soon as he hits free agency. It makes sense because what's his name? Who's the name of the Chargers coach? What's his name? I forgot his name.
Staley?
Yeah, Staley. He was the defensive coordinator for the Rams when John Johnson had his best years. And the Chargers don't have a free safety because Nasir Adderley retired. Yeah. So they're missing a free safety. I think John Johnson is a perfect fit with the Chargers. He's already been in that system. He had his best years with him. And they already said that they're going to have immediate interest as soon as he gets officially a free agent on June 1st.
Yeah, no, I also had the Chargers. I tell you, that was probably the favorite for him anyways. You brought it up that they need some free safety help next to Derwin James. So it fits perfectly for him, to be honest. I think both sides want to get this deal done. Johnson gets to come back to LA, the city, not to the same team, but he's got the coach, he's got the city. The Chargers have a need right there. So I'd say it's a perfect fit for both sides. I can see why both sides want to get this deal done. It's probably going to happen as soon as he becomes a free agent in June. So, and I really like this move for the Chargers, too. I really like this move for the Chargers.
Yeah, it's a good move for them. And the next one is Adrian Amos. Adrian Amos, he's not clear-cut at all. I could see him going to Philly. I could see him going to Cincinnati. But I think I'm picking the Cincinnati just because the Cincinnati Bengals, it said they're interested in him. They're bringing him in for a meeting in a couple of days. So maybe he gets done there. Eagles are more just like I'm throwing them out just because they have a safety need. But I don't know if he goes there. But the Bengals, they're bringing him in for a meeting in a few days. So I'm probably going to go with Cincinnati just because they lost Von Bell and they lost Jesse Bates. They need a replacement for at least one of them because Daxton Hill is going to replace one of them. So I think Amos would be a solid pickup for them. He fits their system. He'd probably be able to play strong safety. And then Daxton Hill can play more of that free safety role. Amos could also play in the box a little bit if you want him to. But yeah, I'm going to go with Amos going to Cincinnati.
Yeah, this is a pretty confusing one for me. I didn't really know where to throw him at, but I kind of just threw out a team. I mean, I considered Cincinnati too. They feel like it made sense. But for some reason, I just got a feeling he's going to end up going to the Rams. I don't think the Rams want to accept the fact that they need to completely rebuild. They're going to try to find a way to stay competitive. And Adrian Amos, I think he's a solid veteran at this point that they can bring in and get the job done. So, I don't know. I just feel I don't really have too much reasoning behind it. I get that feeling that it's going to end up being the Rams. I don't think they're done. I don't think they want to accept the fact that a rebuild is probably the best move for them. And they're going to want to bring in a player that could help them win.
All right. Well,
that's my prediction.
I have a few more free agents. I know that was the end of our list, but I just want to talk about them a little bit. I found a few more. But I want to talk about something else. It's just funny. I got a Bleacher Report into that OBJ follows Lazard on IG, and it's like the rumors are really heating up. That's the most hilarious thing I've ever read. Just because he followed him on IG. That was just funny.
Followed who?
He followed Lazard on IG. And they're saying that those are rumors. they're calling that a rumor that he's going around. It's just funny how they just use that. All right. Yeah, that's just funny because Hopkins as well. Yeah. He followed the whole entire Cowboys team. He followed Dak, Micah, and all those guys, and he's not going to the Cowboys either. So it's just like
for real. Oh shoot!
It's just funny how they do that. Yeah, because that actually got me scared when Hopkins did that. I got scared. He did that 2 weeks ago. Thank God that didn't happen. I got scared when that happened. So yeah, he's probably still going to the Jets, but it's just funny. I don't really think that means anything. So yeah, that's me. But I have some free agents I want to talk about real quick. More of these guys are going to be guys. I think it's going to be pretty confusing to pick where they're going, but I wanted to talk about Leonard Floyd a little bit. Leonard Floyd got cut by the Rams. He's a nice rotational edge rusher. I have him going to Carolina though, because I just think Carolina's a solid place. They need another edge rusher. They can use him as a rotation with Brian Burns and what's his name? Yetur Gross-Matos. I think it'd be a good rotation piece for Carolina. So I have him going to Carolina.
All right. As far as Leonard Floyd goes, I kind of thought about that one too, but I actually think Chicago might be the right fit for them. I mean, you bring it up all the time. Their defense is pretty horrendous. So, and they fell out of the Will Anderson range. I mean, they still could draft a solid edge rusher if they wanted to. I feel like they would want to focus their draft more towards the O-line. So you could bring in Leonard Floyd to help and some edge rush help. They still, even after making all those signings and day one of free agency, I'm pretty sure they had the most cap in the league, so I'm pretty sure they still got some money left over. And if
Yeah,
they
they still
want to
do.
throw some at Leonard Floyd, yeah, I feel like it'd be a good move for them.
All right, then another guy. There's actually a few more guys we can just go over real quick. What's his name? Donovan Smith, the left tackle for the Buccaneers. He was also waived. He's pretty old, but he's still a solid left tackle. He can start for you. You know, I was thinking about taking him, saying he's going to go to the Colts because the Colts don't have a legitimate left tackle that I feel comfortable with. But I was leaning toward the Chiefs just because the Chiefs are competitors, and I don't know what they're doing at the left tackle or right tackle spot. I don't know who's going to play left tackle. I don't know who's going to play right tackle. So I could Donovan Smith can really play both because he did play right tackle a little bit in his career too. So
yeah,
I think I'm predicting him to go to the Chiefs because they're a competitor. So they need another tackle to replace at least one because they lost Orlando Brown and Andrew Wiley. They brought in Juwan Taylor. I don't know if Juwan Taylor's going to play right tackle or left tackle, so you still need another tackle. I'm going to go with I'm going to say they go with Donovan Smith and they draft a different position of need in the draft.
Yeah, oh man, I thought about that one too. Indy does make sense because you saw how that O line played. I mean, you could bring in Donovan Smith for a few years and let somebody else develop underneath him. But yeah, I honestly can't see him going there. I feel like he's probably going to end up going to Pittsburgh just because I think Pittsburgh needs some more O line help. So, I mean, the Chiefs really do make some sense too, though. The Chiefs really do make some sense, so he could be there. I'd say he's probably not going to play too much longer, but honestly, I see it either being the Chiefs or the Steelers. Steelers make sense for him though.
He's probably just going to play he's probably going to play like 1 or 2 more years. So, yeah, that was my reasoning. All right, and then there's actually a few more guys that I didn't talk about, so I didn't put on the list. Okay, Bud Dupree. This is pretty clear cut. I think he's going to Pittsburgh. I just think he's going to go to Pittsburgh.
Makes a return.
Yeah, I think he's going. He's going to be rotational edge rusher again. But he loves Pittsburgh. I remember when he left, he really loved them. So I think he just goes back. It's not going to be a friend. He's really fell off since then. His injuries and just age. So yeah, but I think he's going to go to Pittsburgh.
Return. It makes sense for both sides. Yeah, I could really see him going back there.
And then this will be the last. I guess two more guys. Okay, Yannick Ngakoue. I really don't know. I remember he was a hot commodity a few years ago. I remember the Giants were trying to trade for him. We saw Gettleman, and he's in Jacksonville. Yeah, he's not really that hot commodity anymore. He would have got paid like if Jacksonville didn't franchise tag him, he would have got paid like 18 mil or 19 mil. He was gonna get paid big. But Jacksonville franchise tagged him, and they traded him after that to the Vikings, and then the Vikings traded him to the Ravens. And the Ravens traded him to the Raiders. No, he signed with the Raiders, and then the Raiders traded him to the Colts. That's what happened. But yeah, this is actually a guy I can see going to Atlanta. Yeah, I think to me he's more of a fit than who the fuck are we talking about? Oh, Frank Clark, just because he's a little bit more of a speedster compared to Frank Clark. Frank Clark's more of a power guy. So, Ngakoue, I have him going to Atlanta.
You think he ends up in Atlanta? Yeah, I could see him ending up in Atlanta if they don't end up getting Frank Clark. I could see Yannick Ngakoue ending up there. He had a pretty solid year this year. I mean, he was a top leader in sacks. Kwity Paye was pretty injured throughout the year. And, so he was the main guy there in Indy. I'm surprised we didn't try to re-sign him, if I'm being honest. But we brought in, I forgot, I really can't pronounce his name, but the guy from I believe it was from the 49ers.
Oh, yeah, Samson Ibiakum or something like that.
Yeah, I can't. Yeah. I don't know how to pronounce his name.
Yeah,
but
I know you're talking about.
We brought him as pretty much means Yannick Ngakoue is probably out the door. And I either see, like you brought up, Atlanta or New Orleans going and bringing him in. I think he ends up in the NFC South, though.
All right. And then Miles Jack, he got cut by Pittsburgh. And he's still a solid linebacker. He's not as good as he once was either. He's probably gonna sign a 1-year deal somewhere cheap. Well, I don't really know where he can go. Maybe I'm just gonna throw out a team. The Giants, second linebacker next to Bobby Okereke because we signed Bobby Okereke, but it's still like our linebacking group is still pretty weak.
Oh yeah.
Other than him,
so
if it's for a cheap deal, I can see just 1 year deal. There's probably other teams that could use him too, but
I mean,
that's really
that makes sense. Yeah, I never really thought about Miles Jack, so I can't give like a legitimate prediction for him. But I mean, the Giants do make sense. Yeah, I can see him ending up in the Giants. I'm not really sure what other teams right now. I'd say I wasn't really expecting to talk about Miles Jack right now. So
yeah, yeah. Okay, and there's actually one more guy. He's a pretty decent name. So I'm just talking about him. Shaquille Griffin. Forgot about him.
Oh,
Shaquille Griffin. Yeah, I have no idea where he's gonna go. I just can't even name a team. I have no idea where he's gonna go.
I forgot. Oh man, yeah, I wasn't preparing to talk about him either.
I don't even know if I can throw out a team. Maybe he just goes back to Seattle. I'm just gonna say he goes back to Seattle just because Seattle, he's in the same system, and that's where the system actually worked in Seattle. So
yeah,
I'm gonna say he goes back.
He wants to make
Seattle.
a return.
Yeah, I'm just saying Seattle.
I mean, yeah, it makes sense. Like, I really can't see any other fits for him.
Yeah, one more person. After, okay, you go ahead.
No, you go because I wasn't.
Oh, one more person. The last person we're talking about today for sure. No more after this. Puna Ford. He was a D tackle from Seattle. He's actually a pretty good run stopping. He's a pretty good run stopping D tackle. And I think he actually fits with Buffalo. I'm saying Buffalo because I think they're gonna let go. I think they might release or they might trade Ed Oliver because they don't want him anymore. So
what, Ed Oliver anymore?
No.
Yeah.
So I could see him getting moved on. They just bring in Puna Ford on a 1 year deal because Puna Ford is actually a run. I think he fits their system more than Ed Oliver. Ed Oliver's actually been pretty disappointing with the Bills.
Yeah, he was the top 10 pick.
Yeah. So I think Ed Oliver has more potential probably still because he's still young, but I'm gonna go with Puna Ford going to the Bills.
I mean, yeah, that does make sense. I wasn't really expecting to talk about Puna Ford either. But if they're really looking to move on from Ed Oliver already, like when was he drafted? 2018? No, 2018 was Josh Allen, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So
2018 was Josh Allen. He was drafted 2019. 2019 was that. He was Daniel Jones draft. Yeah, the Kyler Murray draft. He was that draft. Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. I remember he was expected to be one of the top defensive players in that draft. There was even rumblings about him going number 1 at one point. But that's tough for Buffalo. That's tough for Ed Oliver. I mean, yeah. If they really do want to move off of him, then Puna Ford, I mean, I guess it does make sense. But, yeah, the main thing I got out of this is it's pretty disappointing how Ed Oliver went from, like, one of the top defensive players in the draft to now, man, Buffalo doesn't even want him anymore.
That's
they just took the best player available when they had that pick, and they thought they were getting a steal.
Yeah. We're not going to predict where these guys go. I'm just going to say the rest. There's a bunch of free agents left. Like there's like guys like Shelby Harris, Dalton Reisner, Rocky Sin, Ronald Darby, Taylor Rapp, Isaiah Wynn. Isaiah Wynn's pretty solid, but George Fant.
I'd like to see Rocky Sin go back to Indy for a year, especially since we just let go of Stephon Gilmore. I mean, I didn't really like that move, but I mean, Rocky Sin did pretty good when he was here last year. I wouldn't mind him coming back.
There's also like Nelson Aguilar. You know, Marvin Jones is a free agent. I didn't even know that. Marcus Golden is actually a pretty solid edge rusher still. He's not the best, but he's still solid. I remember the year he was the best Giants edge rusher on the team. Those are sad years. That was a sad year.
Marcus Golden.
Yeah, I'm looking at this list. Kenny Golladay is somehow sneaking his way on this list. I don't even know how he's on this list.
He's not even top free agents.
Yeah, top free agents remaining. He should not even be here. He should be below this. I saw a TikTok the other day that there's guys arguing that Kenny Golladay sucks because of Daniel Jones. That was the most stupidest shit I've ever seen. Because if you actually watch the games, you can see that Kenny Golladay doesn't know how to catch. Like he doesn't know how to catch.
Oh man, yeah.
Like I remember Isaac and Julian, our friends. They used to say that it was Daniel Jones' fault. Then they watched that Cowboys game, the Giants Cowboys game on Monday Night Football, and they stopped telling me that it was Daniel Jones because they saw Kenny Golladay on primetime couldn't catch a fucking ball.
They saw Kenny Golladay himself.
Yeah. So it's pretty clear to me that Kenny Golladay is the reason he sucks, and it wasn't because of Daniel Jones. It's himself. So I just want to make that clear that it's not because of Jones that he sucks, because of himself. He also can't run routes. he can't run a route either. So
Yeah.
his route tree
Going anywhere.
Yeah, his route tree is just streaks. That's all it is. It's streaks. That's all he can do. So I'm just letting you know.
Damn. Yeah. I was about to say, if I see him go anywhere, I think he should try to do whatever it takes to get back with Matthew Stafford and go to LA.
Oh yeah.
LA could have Sean McVay calling up plays for him and Matthew Stafford throwing him balls again. I think he needs to do whatever he can, bro. He might as well play for free, bro, just to get on the damn Rams. And prove himself for at least 1 year.
Yeah, that's probably what he needs.
He's at an all-time low, like all-time low right now.
Yeah, he already got money too. He already stole money from us, so it's like
for real.
He can never play again, and he has millions of dollars. That's how much. Yeah. That's how he robbed us. I want to talk about something else. I saw a rumor.
Play for free. Play for free on the Rams.
Oh yeah.
Okay, that's pretty illegal, but
yeah. There's one thing I want to talk about the Colts. I saw there's a rumor that what's his name, that I forgot his name. Oh, DeForest Buckner could get traded because apparently he wants to play for a winner. Do you have like a problem with that, or are you fine with letting him go?
I mean, I'd be all right with letting him go. I mean, I really love DeForest Buckner. He's really transformed this defense. I don't think Chris Ballard wants to trade him. Honestly, what would we get back from him at this point? It's not going to be what we gave up for him. We gave up a first. We're not going to get that same return back. Honestly, I don't see. Damn.
Yeah, his cap is pretty big too. So it'd probably be you'd probably get like a second or third.
Yeah. Whoa. Damn. Yeah, I do have a problem with that then. Yeah, we should just keep him on the roster. The defense wasn't really the problem. It was more of the offense that was a problem. The offense was a big-ass problem, if I'm being honest. The defense held up, but I'd say after so long, bro, you could only hold up for so long until the offense pisses you off so much, and then you just give up points. Like, you saw it against Dallas, bro. They held him up for so long until the point where the offense just couldn't do anything, and then Dallas scored like 35 in one quarter. So,
yeah.
I mean, this happens all the time, too. That Minnesota game where we choked, the offense, all they kicked was field goals. I don't think they got a single touchdown that game. We got up by 35 points without a single touchdown. That just shows how terrible the offense was and how much it was really the defense showing out. Defense and special teams putting us in position. So, the defense, I feel like we need to keep the defense intact, too. We're going to get Darius Leonard coming back, too, next year. Hopefully fully healthy. Darius Leonard fully healthy is probably, in my opinion, the best linebacker in the league. So, you bring him back. Gus Bradley's still there. Now you get Shane Steichen on offense. You got Gardner Minshew. Gardner Minshew at this point is probably better than Matt Ryan, if I'm being completely honest. You bring in a rookie QB, probably Anthony Richardson, if I had to guess. He'll probably take you further than Matt Ryan could. So, we keep DeForest Buckner here. Our return probably won't be too great. I mean, even last year, though, I feel like Grover Stewart was probably the better of the two. Like, DeForest Buckner did have a bit of a down year compared to his standards, and Grover Stewart was really, really on the rise this year. So, just off of last year, Grover Stewart's probably the better one right now, but I don't want to move DeForest Buckner either way.
All right. I wanted to say something real quick because of what is it called? I was watching a film. I was watching some other guys breaking down film, and you know we signed Paris Campbell and Bobby Okereke. Those are like the only guys that started trying that game in that Colts game. We signed both of them. That was the funniest thing to me because I guess they got their contract because of how good they play against those, man. Because like Bobby Okereke had his best game of his season. He had like
playing.
Yeah, he had 18 tackles or whatever that game. And what's his name?
Shit, bro.
And Paris Campbell too was the leading receiver. Yeah,
bro.
That
what the hell? God.
Damn. And Paris Campbell too was leading the team in receiving that game. He had that big touchdown catch to start the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bro, nobody was trying that game, bro.
Yeah, those are the only two guys that tried in that game because they were breaking down film. It was mostly from that game as well. And the guy even said that those were the only guys from the Colts that even tried at all in that game because everybody else looked like a days ago. That's what the dude said. So
yeah, bro, you could tell everybody else on offense. Nick Foles, I don't know what the hell he was doing out there. We didn't do anything until he got hurt and Sam Ehlinger was forced to come in. That really pissed me off too, bro. Sam Ehlinger should have started the rest of the year once Frank Reich named him the starter. He should have started the rest of the year. I don't know why the hell we brought in Matt Ryan, bro. Matt Ryan, bro, has got zero upside move to it. I mean, at least with Sam Ehlinger, if he sucks, he sucks. But you get more upside out of him than playing whatever the hell Matt Ryan gave you. And then not only that, but when you bench Matt Ryan, you bench him for Nick Foles. And he was even worse. And not only that, but you let Nick Foles get abused the whole Chargers game. The Chargers were beating his ass so bad, bro. There was no reason to keep playing Nick Foles. And he still don't put in Sam Ehlinger, bro. It's like, what reason do you have? You literally got Nick Foles injured because he didn't want to put in Sam Ehlinger. This dude was a statue getting killed. And Jeff Saturday just watched it happen. I don't know what the hell he had against Sam Ehlinger, why he benched him from the start, why he didn't want him to play. I mean, you saw it against Washington. I mean, he brought in a little bit of some dynamic plays that you never saw from Matt Ryan, that you definitely wouldn't see from Nick Foles. So, I say that just pissed me off. Our highest scoring game of the season, too, was against Houston. And you know who was starting that game? Sam Ehlinger. That's what pissed me off the most about Jeff Saturday, bro. That's what really pissed me off the most about Jeff Saturday, is that he just freaking messed up Sam Ehlinger, bro. I mean, maybe we would have at least had a chance. At least gave him a chance to be the starter for this year. So maybe we could focus on O-line or something else. But no, bro. He didn't even give him a chance after he was brought in as coach. That's what pissed me off the most.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember when Kayvon Thibodeau crushed Nick Foles too, and he started doing the fucking Snow Angels, and none of the offensive linemen cared. Nobody else from the other team even cared. He was just doing Snow Angels on the floor after he crushed Nick Foles, and nobody cared.
Nobody cared, bro. That pissed me off too. That really... Man, that was...
Yeah.
That was terrible, bro. That was really terrible. So, that just showed how much the Colts team cared last year.
Yeah, it was pretty... Yeah, they didn't care at all. You know, I didn't even know who was in the league still? Jamison Crowder. I didn't know that dude was even in the league. He signed with the Giants. He's just signed with the Giants right now. I didn't even know that dude was still in the league. I guess the Giants don't have to practice. I think it was the Bills. Yeah, he was on the Jets. I think he was to the Bills. Yeah. I don't even think he was on the team last year. Or he might have been on the Bills and he just didn't play. Actually, I think he was on the Bills last year and didn't play. Basically. I guess the Giants just don't want to have a practice squad receiver out there when they get injured. I guess they're already expecting the team to get injured, so they're like, yeah, we can't. I don't even know if he's going to be the roster when the team actually makes a roster, because I don't think there's like too many receivers, because we're probably going to draft one, at least in the second round or the first round. So I don't think he's not going to make the team. I don't think so.
They got too many guys out there.
Yeah, like I don't think he's better than any of the receivers that we have now. And we already have 5 or 6 on the roster. Even Colin Johnson, you know who that is, right? Colin Johnson. He tore his ACL. He tore his Achilles last year. Yeah, he tore his Achilles last year. He was actually looking pretty good in training camp. So I think he probably deserves a roster spot more than Jamison Crowder, unless he comes back and he just can't play football anymore. He's still in the roster of us.
Yeah, I forgot about Colin Johnson.
And like I remember in training camp, the Giants reporters were saying that he was looking better than Kenny Galladay. So, but it's not that hard to look better than Kenny Galladay. So you just have to put effort in, and you look better than Kenny Galladay. But that's gonna do it.
Really used him last year.
Yeah, that would have been nice to have him. All right, well, that's gonna do it for today's episode. Thank you guys for watching. We're gonna see you guys next time. Please like and subscribe. I'll see you next time.
All right, peace out.